Welcome to XtraO Marriage. I'm Robin, and this is my husband Daryl. And we believe that every marriage can be an extraordinary marriage. What does that mean? What does that look like?
Well, I think in order to understand what an XtraO marriage is, an extraordinary marriage, we kind of need a picture of what it's not. And I think with our current divorce rate, which doesn't seem to be dropping very fast, in fact, 50+% of first marriages, 60% of second, 70+% of third marriages end in divorce. That's not very extraordinary. It seems to be the norm. It seems to be the average.
Kind of the expected outcome.
The expected, yeah. I don't think we go into marriage expecting that. I think that's kind of what we get. And I think there's some reasons that we're going to talk about. But I think the ordinary marriage would be a ho-hum, mundane, status quo, drifting along.
Routines.
Routine.
Maybe stuck in routines.
I think roommates even kind of is a term that we've talked about. It's just there's nothing exciting about that. There's nothing extraordinary about that. So when we say extraordinary, we're talking about beyond ordinary. I don't want an ordinary marriage. I don't want a ho-hum, mundane, status quo, go to work, come home, argue, go to work, come home, argue type marriage. I want a marriage that, man, when I'm at work, I'm thinking, I can't wait to get home. I want to be with my spouse. I want to be with my life partner. I want to be with my best friend. That's what I want. I want that kind of a relationship. That's extraordinary in our society today. That's not the norm. That's not where people are living every day, longing to be home. Man, if I could hang out, if I've got a free Saturday, which I don't have many days free, but if I have a free Saturday, who do I want to spend my day with? I want to hang out with you. I want to be with you. That's an extraordinary marriage. I want to grow old with you, and that's extraordinary. And I think what we're doing is we've discovered in our relationship and in our research and in the things that we're doing that there's ways that we can develop and grow extraordinary marriages. And I think one of the things we've found in our society is that we invest. The statistics are actually pretty staggering. The amount of dollars, the amount of time, the amount of effort and energy that's invested in a one-day event. Everybody wants an extraordinary wedding.
Right.
You know, what's the show about the dress?
Yeah. Say yes to the
Say
dress.
yes to the dress. And it's about the dress, and it's about the event. And we go to extreme length to have these weddings that are beyond ordinary, and we got to one up the next guy, and the things that
the fairy tale wedding.
Right.
Yeah.
The happily ever after, though. You know, we invest all this time, effort, and energy and resources into that day. But what we've discovered is there is not very much time, effort, energy, and resources, financial investment in having an extraordinary marriage. We invested in a day, but we won't. You spend $10,000 on a wedding, and then you ask somebody to spend $10,000 on a marriage that's going to last a lifetime, and they're like, "Are you kidding me? I can't afford it."
Right.
But we can afford it for an event, but we won't invest in it for a lifetime. And so what we're doing is we're coming up with some ideas and some creative ways to help couples move from wherever you are in your marriage. From, man, I am out of hope. I mean, I'm just looking for hope. To, I got a pretty great marriage, but I really want to keep it moving forward, because we naturally drift apart and away. We don't naturally drift to extraordinary.
Right.
So what are some of the things we're doing to help couples move forward and have an extraordinary marriage?
Well, we're marrying together, so to speak, fitness and marriage. So in the same way that you understand physical fitness, you understand if maybe you want to lose weight. You don't just think about it and magically the pounds just fall off. Maybe you want that beach body, or you want that we're getting into summer. Maybe you want that
swimsuit body.
A swimsuit body. It doesn't magically happen. It takes intentionality. It takes action steps. It requires work and effort. So you
don't just naturally drift to healthy.
Right.
You have to remove some foods and intentionally put in the right ones.
Right.
It doesn't just naturally happen.
Right. So we're developing some exercises, some workouts that can help you move from wherever you are in your relationship to extraordinary. So we've divided those into different areas, just like your physical workout would have different things. So we have core as our main
the balance area of your body. I mean, it's the center of everything.
Kind of foundational.
Yeah.
To your stability and your strength comes from your core. So with core, I can't think we're talking how that relates to our
connectedness.
So in the core exercises, you'll learn how to work on that connection, that intimacy, that deep friendship that will take you from an ordinary relationship to an extraordinary one.
You're going to hear us talk about on our video casts and our upcoming podcasts and in our blogs and everything. You're going to hear us talk about what we're referring to as the XtraO factor, and it really happens at that core level. It's that deep, intentional development and nurturing of a relationship that is at a core connection. And so I think that's why we've talked about the core being the primary area. It's what we're referring to as the XtraO factor, and you'll hear us talk more about that, but the intentionality. And then we have other areas that you'll see on our website, the cardio, strength training, having to do with some of the traditional methodologies of communication and conflict resolution, and I think we're going to approach those in some unique ways.
Flexibility, endurance.
Yeah.
Endurance is about those navigating through the different stages in life and challenges that we all come across throughout time, over time.
So we're glad you're here. Wherever you're at in your marriage, whether you find yourself on this website because you're searching for hope, we're glad you're here. You may be here and just looking to go to another level. We're glad you're here. I think there's something for everybody.
Yes.
These exercises may not always be comfortable. Some may be awkward. But I think what we're finding is that when applied intentionally in your marriage, even if both partners aren't on board, you may be here wishing your husband or wishing your wife was more engaged in working on your marriage.
But you can start with you.
Yeah.
And you can do the exercises yourself. And you can still benefit from that.
It'll add great value.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll add great value. We're excited about what's happening. We just believe that we've been called to make a difference in the divorce rate. Our mission at XtraO, our mission is to lower the divorce rate one extraordinary marriage at a time.
Yes.
We would love to add value to you and your marriage. Check us out. Look around the web. Look around our site. Find us on Facebook. Sign up for our newsletter. There's going to be all kinds of content coming. We're glad you're here. Welcome to the XtraO family. Glad you're here.